Wait, so we're looking at a time frame of
We're live right
We're gonna
now.
do what?
But Alan, you're a castle guy. Okay, no, but to be honest,
Alright, guys.
I'm a black
Okay,
label.
let's
guy.
do it.
Black
Yeah,
label
black label
decks
is
as well. Yeah.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to our E3 2018 preview from InCntrlGaming. I'm one of your hosts, Ole, and joining me for this very special E3 occasion to my right is Michael.
Michael, working on everything right now, got the headphones on.
Yeah.
My eyes are everywhere. I'm checking the stream, freaking out. Where's my phone?
And of course, we've got PK right here to my left.
It's
PK.
E3.
It's E3.
Hyped.
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's
Hyped.
get it. And of course, we have Alan on the far left.
We
Alan,
want
how's it
new
going, man?
games. Can't wait.
Yeah, man. So we're here gonna preview every single conference happening over the next 3 days. E3 is actually about to start in roughly 30 minutes, and we wanted to get this little preview up from the whole InCntrlGaming crew. We're pretty hyped for all the conferences, starting off with EA today. So I think we should just dive straight in, guys. Right?
Yep.
What do you think? What do you think? We go straight
I
in.
want to see. What do you think you'll see?
All right, so let's begin with the first conference, which is EA. Who wants to kick us off with the biggest thing that probably EA are going to have, which is...
Anthem, I think it's
Yeah.
going to be Anthem. We need to see some more of that game, though I'm a little bit skeptical now because,
of the microtransactions?
yeah, just how bad Destiny was, you know? Like, I don't know if this style of game is, you know, as popular as they thought it would be, you know, with all these battle royales coming and everything. So we'll see about that. Obviously, you have your FIFAs and all that stuff. Though, I will note, NBA Live 19, I want to see what they do, because 18 was actually pretty good.
Is that supposed to be happening?
Yeah, I mean, 18 happened last year. And
Oh,
they,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
and they,
Always the middle of the year, it's the announcement for the new one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good, actually, trying to compete with 2K. So we'll see how that goes. So for me, the main things I want to see, Anthem, obviously. I'm not too into the Battlefield. I don't know.
I love Battlefield. That's what I'm here for. Like I played Battlefield 1 day one from the beta. Actually, I love that game. You saw how many hours I logged into that thing. So Battlefield 5, I'm interested to see where they're taking that, because we had that gameplay trailer from a couple of weeks ago, which angered a few people because it wasn't like super historically accurate, but I think that's just a bunch of... Exactly, it's Battlefield. Like, it's never been that kind of series.
That was just a trend for the old thing. Like,
Exactly.
We don't need to keep
Yeah,
staying in
yeah.
that.
So I don't know why people are angry about it, but I think we get like, because they have that EA Play kind of setup where they're going to have 64 players all playing together for like probably live stream for an hour. So we're going to get a fair chunk of gameplay and see what's up.
Especially if they have the idea of putting in Battle Royale, because, I mean, it gives that... Because, you know, Battle Royale has been blowing up, but then we haven't seen an all-out money chunk investment
into
a
Battle Royale.
game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
Yeah.
it might get interesting.
What about anything from Respawn? We think they're going to show their like rumored Star Wars project that they've been working on. They say they have 2 projects. One of them we know is Star Wars. The other one has to be Titanfall 3. Do you think they show up
I feel
over
like
here, or?
Star Wars needs a little bit of a rest, in my opinion. Unless they say that they...
But they've been contracted. We saw them, the devs at the desk like 2 E3s ago, you know, pretending to work on Star
I think
Wars or whatever.
let's be careful with Star Wars, because just of the history that the games have gone through right now, it hasn't been
People
great.
are not happy with them.
Yeah,
right
it
now.
hasn't been great. I mean, even when you look at the track record now, I mean, what was the other one that got cancelled? The one which was supposed to be based on the underground of that planet.
Oh yeah, 1313.
Yes,
But that had nothing to do
13,
with EA, to be fair. But yeah, I get you.
And then this one kind of crashed as well because of the microtransactions and just the environment that we're living in.
But I will say
I feel like just give it a bit of time. I wouldn't want to see it.
I want my single-player Star Wars game, so I hope Respawn show up. I'm over Battlefront now, so I hope they have something cool there. All right, that's enough from EA. We know they're going to have FIFA. We know they're going to have Madden. We know they're going to have
NBA Live.
NBA Live. I didn't even know 18
Yo, by
came
the
out.
way,
Oh, but
can we talk about LeBron James for 1 second? He got swept in the finals. Sorry
come
about
on.
that, bro.
Yeah, well, look, Steph.
Hey.
That's absolutely
4-0.
brutal.
It wasn't him.
in
It
that
was
last game.
Durant, dude. Durant. Anyway, let's,
Can I say one thing about EA?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, as a hopeful wish, I wouldn't mind seeing Dragon Age.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing
That's
one
interesting.
new Dragon Age game. I know Inquisition, like, okay,
I
I
got
kept
mixed
telling
feelings
you
about
about
one.
this. I played it for so many hours and I didn't like it and I didn't know why I was playing it.
I think people who really enjoyed the first one don't like the changes that they've made. Some people actually look at it as it's outdated.
Yeah.
But that's what you loved about it, the intense strategy,
Yeah, exactly.
setting the pieces and
exactly.
everything.
You
So
have
I
to
think
plan.
they'll probably, unfortunately, continue with the 3's trend.
Hope
So-
I see that, but it's a long shot. It's E3, what do you wish?
E3, woo, 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 woo.
All right, so let's move on to like the first of the hardware manufacturers who's coming up to bat, which is Microsoft tomorrow, I believe at 8 p.m. What are we expecting from the big M? I mean, we know Forza Horizon 4 is pretty much guaranteed to happen. I'm interested in seeing some new first-party games because I'm over Fable. I mean, sorry, not Fable. Gears of War and Halo and all that stuff.
There'll
We know
probably be
those
another
games.
Halo,
You know what I mean? So we know they're always
It's
going to
actually
be
under
there.
development, yeah.
So what do you think about a new Fable? Because the rumors are that Playground Games are the ones who have been staffing up and growing bigger to take on this Fable-like massive RPG
I
project.
would love a Fable game. But again, same thing where the first one was fantastic. And especially with 2, 3, like they put more things in, but it wasn't, how can I put it?
Yeah,
I just didn't enjoy the
Are you
experience
the
as
only
much.
Fable player like
No,
in
I
control
play
right now?
Fable,
You
yeah.
play Fable as well. I've never
I finished
played that
1,
game.
2, and I played some of 3.
Okay.
Just really wasn't happy with 3. I mean, obviously, another thing was the Lionhead Studios, their humor when they were putting
Yeah,
in
yeah,
those
yeah.
things was brilliant.
Yeah.
So I would love to see a Fable 4, but if it's to my memory of how Fable 1 was, if they can
Yeah.
capitalize really on that, that would be actually incredible.
Yeah, but I mean, let's just talk about, like, obviously, everyone knows this is an
Obviously.
ongoing thing between me and Ole, you know. He's the
No, I think-
fanboy,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the neutral guy. Microsoft this year, this is
This is make or break.
This
for them, I
is
feel.
make or break.
It's make or break because
but
let's.
they're gonna make. I'm telling you, right now, they're gonna make. This isn't just blind
But my
faith.
thing is, they can't win on third-party games.
No,
in
they
a
actually
way.
can. Because that's the whole point of the Xbox One X. If the third-party
I
games
don't
come
know,
out
man. I don't
and
know.
they look amazing, that's the whole point of what the One X
But
was.
But they look amazing on the
Deliver the
Pro
service.
as
Yeah.
well. You know what I
They
mean?
never
But-
sold the One X in the sight of saying, no, get the One X
No, they
because
did,
of the exclusives.
because they said we are launching the One X with Crackdown 3, which is delayed
No,
into
but that's what I'm saying.
2019. They said we are launching the X with Forza Motorsport 7. You know what I mean? Like they were attaching their exclusive to be hardware drivers. That is the
Okay,
intention.
but-
So my thing is, fair enough. The third parties look awesome and best on Xbox One X, but come on, you know.
Okay.
Throw us stuff that's
just
gonna
move
make
the
the
laptop.
hardware sing
The
a
screen's
little
gone
bit,
off,
you know what I mean?
so that we live. But okay, this is what I'm gonna say.
I got it. This is live. Forgive us.
It's like phones ringing.
Personalized.
Listen, for the Microsoft and for Xbox One X specifically, as an Xbox One X owner, the reason what they sold me on was not the fact that it's going to come out. I'm not looking at the exclusives. The exclusives are a bonus. I'll even say here, I remember when they first announced it, I wanted to play State of Decay. State of Decay 2, sorry. That came out and it's not doing too well. That's a letdown. That's a bum for me. But the One X in terms of the graphical quality and the games, for me, that's why I got the console, and I think that's what a lot of people are excited about. And if, games like The Game, which is basically going to be Cyberpunk.
Yeah, let's talk about Cyberpunk.
If and when they do show Cyberpunk, and that thing's on a One X, bro, that, for me, that's like that and any other cool games. You know, like all these other games that are coming to Xbox first. Like how you had your, remember when we watched?
Tomb Raiders and so on.
Yeah, but last year we watched.
Did that work
wait,
out?
Wait,
though?
wait. Last year we
Tomb
watched,
Raider
what's that
review?
game? Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
Remember we watched Fortnite and we were just like, what's that? They had the crazy commentary. Remember, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Fortnite. It was another game.
What
Just
was
to
that?
clarify, it was a game called Gigantic.
Okay,
It
yeah.
wasn't
So my
Fortnite,
point is
yeah.
those types
Oh,
of games,
yeah.
yeah, where it's not necessarily the first, because first party is a huge thing. I'm not going to deny that. But if the third party games, like how you're bringing your Black Desert Online to that, and all these games are going there first, your PUBG and everything, if they stay on that tangent and they have really good looking third party games, for me, I'll be really happy.
All right, let's push that aside for one moment, and guys, let's talk about Cyberpunk. Every single person
man.
here, sitting here right now, is so. I think that collectively, I would rank that as our #1 game. But like you guys,
It has to be.
Alan, what do you want to see from Cyberpunk on the stage?
I mean, it'll be very interesting. Obviously, CD Projekt Red are a fantastic development team, but
Brilliant.
They've basically worked on The Witcher. You know, that is what they're known for, really. So obviously it's going to be a big world and so on, and I think it'll be very interesting to see this sort of sci-fi way about it. And I think if they, you know, they're so fantastic with their story-driven elements, where from what I can see about it, it'll be that sort of thing of where you question what is humanity and so on, and the way that they deliver that makes you actually question things.
Yeah.
So obviously, I mean, I think we know the gameplay will be solid. Hopefully, I'm hoping it will be first person and third person, because from the things that we've been hearing, I don't want a first person
that's what I'm
shooter.
worried about, yeah.
But you know the world is going to be vivid,
Amazing,
beautiful,
yeah,
it's going to be
yeah.
very interactive.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be a
The
fantastic game.
soundtrack.
It's just down to your little preferences here and there, but it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's move on from Cyberpunk and talk quickly about Metro Exodus. I've played the Metro series, and I'm pretty sure Exodus should be making an appearance here. We know it's been delayed from 2018 to 2019, but as a Metro fan, I'm hoping for a fairly big, chunky demo that showcases the big, wide open spaces. Maybe we also travel in between, because you know they have the whole train thing about that's how the train system is how we're gonna be moving around, and each civilization that not civilization, but encampment we encounter has their own economies and stuff. I kind of want to see those game systems and how they interact with each other and see how cool that is. And of course, it'll be running on the X. So, you know, which is...
yeah, no, we'll see, Mr. Guy.
I see, I'm working off of Patrick's list here, and he has Rocksteady's game, which is rumored to be a
let's talk
Microsoft
about Red
game.
Dead. You see, that's my point. Like, Red Dead Redemption, another example. That's not the first party game, but that might be game of the year. And that's going to be at Microsoft's conference. And if
Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah.
But they've got a marketing deal with
That's
Sony.
what I'm saying.
With Sony, though.
Oh, with Sony?
Yeah.
Which one's on that? I thought that was Xbox.
No, Red Dead.
It comes out on PlayStation
exclusive.
first, then it comes out a little bit later.
They've got exclusive.
First, it comes out first.
No. They've got exclusive content for multiplayer.
I see.
Exclusive
Okay, so
content.
my point is that whatever third-party games they decide to showcase, I thought Red Dead was one of them.
No.
That's where they can really like try and make up for the lack of first-party stuff.
Yeah,
if
I
the
agree.
third-party games they're running are marketed to say, look at how it's running, like Assassin's Creed last year. If that's the strategy. Then
Yeah.
As beautiful
So,
as we can show it.
anybody interested?
What do you think Rocksteady are gonna
Spider-Man is the big rumor. Anybody interested in sorry, not Spider-Man, Superman?
that will suck.
I really,
You know what? That
I'm
will
with you.
suck.
Thank you.
That
I mean,
would be
even
so
just
bad.
ask yourself the basic question, what would
I
the
don't
game
want
be
a
like?
Superman game.
Yeah.
Superman, guys, is
No.
cursed.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't-
How do you make that work in a game?
Like from movies to video games,
fly
I
through
feel like
rings, man.
Superman is really difficult to do.
That's the thing. At E3, if they genuinely are working on a Superman game, then their presentation of this game has to be spot on.
Yeah.
In terms of convincing us about this is a believable world, and it's believable in the sense that Superman can be hurt by the enemies he's going to face off. Because, you know, we have it in our head that every person Superman faces, he can crush in a second. So how are they going to deliver that? How are they going to build gameplay around Superman being basically the most powerful hero ever?
I hope. To be fair,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
as excited. As
He better not
as
fly with
Superman.
both his arms out. That's the first thing. That's just whack.
I'd like to see a Batman game, the last Batman game on PS4.
I think they're done with Batman
pretty
though.
much
So
done.
you're
But let him
looking
go.
at the other. you're
Let
looking
Batman go.
yeah.
Let him go.
Or
bruh.
WB Montreal.
Let the man go.
No, but this is the
Arkham City
thing.
was
Yeah,
really good.
WB Montreal have been rumored
And
to
Arkham
work
City was a
on.
while back.
Yeah, like I'm
You
saying,
could really release a really good.
the guys who
Batman
made
game.
Arkham Origins are supposedly making a Damian Wayne Batman game. So I think that could also potentially show up. Okay, let's move on from that. That's pretty much Microsoft. Let's move on to the conference that is.
Where we got a comment here. Superman after Sony's Spider-Man is a bad business idea.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
actually very, very, very interesting. Yeah,
Totally agree.
I mean, Spider-Man is so much more
I'm
appealing.
typing in
but-
right now, bro. That's so true.
I mean,
so-
just the movement and everything. Flying is just straightforward. You see the
Yeah,
dynamics.
yeah, how you make
like
flying-
everything about Superman, like the concept is fantastic, but in a game, I just don't
making
see
a game out of it is hard.
Must be
And then again, they could prove us wrong.
And then what? Is he gonna lose all his powers at the start? Then you start gaining.
It'll be
Yeah,
the same
that
thing on
would-
Nintendo 64, where there's kryptonite in the air. That was the explanation for the green smoke.
They'd have to base it on boss fights, because obviously decking another human being with a sword.
Oh wait,
It
guys.
really
Hold
hurts.
on. Robin White says maybe based on a Smallville game. That's a good idea.
Oh, if it's Smallville game based, that's a dating simulator. I'll be into that. and I go. It's like a Persona game, and I date high school students, and like I go to school and everything. I would be down for that.
Lana
That
all
would
the
be
way.
cool. That would be
Lana all
really
the way.
cool.
Juggling two
Yeah, and
girlfriends.
juggling two girlfriends, and then you have to like learn to grow with your powers or whatever. That would be really
Well, I
cool.
mean, you could take a bathroom break and speed over to the other date.
yeah, and then he
Going
comes
back
back.
and forth,
No,
back
but
and
guys,
I-
you could be
Hilarious
fighting crime.
shenanigans
No,
ensue.
you could be fighting crime during the day.
Yeah.
No, but I like that idea because that's part of vulnerability you could add to it. You know,
And
like
as he's learning his powers,
Yeah,
you're
he's
growing.
not
Yeah,
already.
true.
See, but again,
And
make
sometimes your
yeah,
powers don't
That's a
work.
good idea.
make it narrative
Sometimes your
driven.
powers
And
don't
make it,
work because
That's a good
maybe
idea.
you didn't put enough time to like.
Yeah, you should
train
patent
them,
that.
but
You should
anyway.
sell that.
You know?
Alright.
But I think that's pretty much it we're looking at from Microsoft. Let's move on to Bethesda, who have already come out with talking about Fallout 76, which they revealed a few days ago, which is rumored to be an online Fallout-focused game that's in the vein of Rust and DayZ. Alan, I know you play a lot of Fallout. How do you feel about this kind of pivot of the Fallout franchise?
I don't know.
Or what do they? Okay, let me put it this way: what do they need to show you at E3 to like kind of get you into that idea of what this game is trying to be?
My issue with a lot of those types of games is things like Fallout, any of the Elder Scrolls games. You go in it to be the hero. You do whatever the hell you want. If you want to steal something, whatever. But in an MMO or anything online in that way, that element is lost a little bit.
Yeah.
Even with the Elder Scrolls online games, they were good, but some of those little things that you've come to know from the series is kind of lost. And to be honest, just Fallout in general has been not up there for me. Fallout 3, WoW, Vegas, okay. 4 wasn't my cup of tea, so
4 had
I'm not
amazing,
really hyped for it.
amazing gunplay. The gunplay, the combat in 4 was the best out of all of them. The only problem with 4 was that it's
Neutered RPG.
yeah, some of the other elements didn't go that well with the story, but the gunplay, it was dope. But with this, like Alan's saying, I agree. If they make this into an MMO,
I think you're getting a presentation where they show massive.
But
Because
I-
they had the base building
but I
and
doubt-
base build with friends.
Yeah.
What do you think? I think that.
but that's what I'm
that's
saying. But I
pretty cool.
kind of doubt they'll do it though. This is my reason. Because right now they've just released the new Elder Scrolls expansion. So they're really working still on the Elder Scrolls Online. So for them to have 2 competing MMOs, for me, doesn't really make that much sense. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not a, but Fallout 76 wouldn't technically be an MMO.
Yeah. If it's
would
something
have,
else, yeah, but not
its-
an MMO.
They'll have
Yeah.
its online,
It's like because
integration.
Rust.
have
Would we
raids
call
and
Rust
so on.
and would we call Rust an MMO? Really? No, it's a survival game with your
Events.
friends, right? It's a survival game with your friends, which is I think what they're kind of looking at here. Let's talk about Rage 2 quickly. Anybody played the original Rage? This was
Yeah,
also
yo, that
confirmed
game-
by Bethesda a couple of
that game-
weeks ago. So
You should
we know that
thank
there's Rage
Walmart.
2 coming. Yeah, thank Walmart Canada for
Facebook
that.
a second.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just reach over and bring that back. But like, yeah, Rage 2 is an interesting one. I never played the original Rage because from what it looked to me was drab. It was pretty.
The trailers were more interesting than the final game.
Exactly, yeah.
To be
And when
honest,
it
I didn't
came
like
out,
the
it was a
art
bit of a
style
wet
of
blanket,
Rage.
wasn't it?
I mean, it wasn't
nobody-
terrible, but we had the high heights.
Exactly.
The Dead Islands type
Yeah,
of thing.
so but
the
I-
trailer built everything for you.
Exactly, but like seeing the new trailer for what they want Rage 2 to be and all the powers and abilities that you have and how wacky it is, I mean, that kind of like has me interested. I'm like, all right, lean into the really crazy shit and let's go for it, you know what I mean? And exaggerate the powers and abilities and that sort of thing. And I think they're pretty much looking at a winner there, something that'll be more impactful than the first Rage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Starfield.
But it
which-
looks more Borderlands, yeah, you see.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, it does look more Borderlands. Starfield, long rumored sci-fi RPG. No, still Bethesda. We're still on Bethesda. Starfield. You think it'll start?
I don't know about
Starfield is pretty much underground, kind of like foreign rumor stuff.
Backpacker.
So it's like their next big RPG in the vein of Elder Scrolls or Fallout, and it's meant to be space.
Oh, wait, guys, got another
sci-fi
question.
based.
Do you guys think we're going to see a new Skyrim at E3?
You know, it's interesting because Todd Howard, who runs the studio, has been saying for a long time, for the last couple of years, do not expect Elder Scrolls 6 anytime soon.
That could
You
be
can
a
check
ploy.
the
So
record
it could
last
be the truth,
E3.
it could be a troll.
Yeah, but he said like what we want to do, the next Elder Scrolls requires a leap in technology that we haven't experienced.
And to be honest, I want Bethesda to come up with a new IP.
I'm dying for Elder Scrolls because I don't give a shit about Fallout. Like I just care about Elder Scrolls.
I'm gonna make
I
a
want
prediction.
Elder Scrolls so bad.
I'm
So,
gonna make a
Yes,
prediction.
whoever who asked for that Elder Scrolls question,
BJ.
BJ. I really hope we.
I'm
get
gonna
that
make a
Elder Scrolls.
prediction. I'm gonna say they're not gonna announce it per se, but there'll be like some form of hint towards it, basically.
For a new Elder Scrolls?
Yep. That's my prediction. That's mine. So that's my first prediction.
I think the
Yeah, we should jot that
P
down.
Times
Write
wearing
that down.
a T-shirt.
I don't feel like we're gonna
It's probably-
see another another Skyrim.
Nah, trust
for a
me.
while.
I feel like there might be some hint. There won't be enough like
Those
full
guys-
on.
yeah.
But you remember how Fallout came? Fallout literally. Oh, battery.
Okay, we'll live.
Yeah, you guys keep talking. I'm gonna find the battery.
But yeah, like it will be interesting
Guys,
to.
it's gonna
to
be
see
some
that thing.
time before you
Yeah,
see
I don't
Skyrim.
think
It's
we're
gonna be
looking
some
at.
time.
I think Skyrim is genuinely a PS5,
PS5,
Xbox,
yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
game. And then finally, Doom 2. Is it too early for us to get a
early.
Doom 2?
I don't think so.
Wolfenstein just.
I
came
want
out.
to see the next one.
Doom 2, I don't think we're
But I
seeing
mean,
Doom
it's
2.
out. That's the point.
But
It's-
Machine
it's there.
Games make Wolfenstein. They don't make. It's id Software who make
Oh.
Doom. So Machine
Maybe,
Games made Wolfenstein.
maybe. But
so.
I'm still sticking with that Skyrim thing. BJ's brought out a thought
He's giving yeah.
in my mind.
VJ is giving you the hype right now. I can tell. I can tell. He's bringing the
Okay,
hype.
so yeah,
in.
no. Robin says maybe in the next 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
think
sounds
I
safe,
think
actually.
that's like that's probably a bit more believable than that. Okay, so that's us looking at Bethesda. Moving on to Square Enix, Patrick and Alan, your favorite gaming company. They're gonna have their conference on Monday.
Bad relationship.
And funnily enough, Square Enix haven't had their own conference in quite a few years,
they
right? I
haven't.
believe it's been
And
a
when
few
they
years.
booked it, I was like, oh, okay.
They
what
got
do you
stuff
do?
to show.
But you know the thing about Square Enix, right, is that they always want to, when they want the spotlight, they really want to take it. So I'm thinking the Avengers game. I don't think we're gonna see FF7.
No, there's nothing like
So I feel that Avengers.
No,
we
they have to say
see,
something about it.
Like,
They've been saying,
let's see.
keep talking for another 5 years.
That game is not coming out.
Let's see Cap holding the shield and running through some
Yeah.
enemies. Let's see a broken down just Avengers team.
Because the
Let's see
rumor
something.
is that it focuses on three main characters, namely Black Widow, Captain America, and Iron Man.
Iron
And
Man.
it was gonna be like a Marvel. We all played Marvel Ultimate Alliance, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's supposed to be like Marvel Ultimate Alliance,
Black
but from
Widow
a third person.
again.
Yeah, yeah. She's gonna be one of the main characters.
It's gonna be stealth,
It's a
man.
rumor,
It's
man.
gonna
It's
be
not
She
like
has no powers, bruh. Yo, she's in the
She's-
movies already. I have to deal with that now. She's in the game.
You can't take her in the game.
Bro, the Scarlet Witch. All these
gonna-
other people need more shine, dude.
But that could be the three focus characters,
But
and
it's
then
a rumor for now.
yeah, it's a rumor.
So
but
no,
we-
what are your
Cap is
predictions?
gonna be-
No, my prediction is we're gonna get the full-on proper trailer of the world, what kind of universe they're kind of going
Yeah.
for, stylistic
If
choice.
they give it to us, because
Yeah.
we might just get a shitload of Hitman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's that.
Hitman
Hitman 2, but that's got nothing to do with Square Enix anymore.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
I don't think we're gonna see any Tomb Raider.
Why? What are you talking
No, they
about?
will.
Of course
They
we
will,
are.
yeah.
It's coming out in it's coming out in August or September. Like
Are they gonna give us like a bunch of gameplay? Because sometimes,
Yeah, it'll be gameplay.
Because
For
sometimes when
sure.
something is so close to release,
she's gonna make orgasmic sounds as she get tree branch stabs into her
Are you not
abdomen.
offended?
And like, she's fine. She's fine. But like, yeah, they're gonna give us like a full-on gameplay trailer, and I predict it's gonna be thoroughly boring.
The conference is starting in 2 minutes.
Oh, okay,
no,
okay,
we
okay.
good,
Now
we
we'll
good.
ease into it.
And of course, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts.
I know, Alan, you're a big Kingdom Hearts fan.
No,
that's him.
one comment. Iron
You're
Man
bigger
has no
than you.
powers, but he's cool and he has a cool suit. Okay.
Who's
Yeah.
that?
You just have to bring that in.
Huh?
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. How are we feeling about good show? They've had a few
They've
press
been in
preview
development
events.
for a minute now.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
been a
I'm
while.
thinking next year, so they have to show something.
No, isn't it?
Oh,
no
wait.
release date yet,
No release
isn't it?
date,
Yeah.
No release date. But I'm thinking on a gamble and say February.
2019.
February there'll be like Kingdom Hearts. is gonna
That's a
come.
good spot, actually. Okay, so I think that's pretty much Just Cause 4 kind of leaked already as well. So sorry, I'm
Already
sorry, guys.
good
If you're
message
tuning
out
into
to
the
the
stream,
If
there's
like
leaks here.
normal people,
There's leaks.
no, don't listen to him.
There's leaks here.
Normal people like
There's
me
No, a lot of leaks.
are
Don't let it lie to you.
avoiding leaks to enjoy.
But look
E3.
at what you're doing. You're live streaming an E3 preview, and you're not going to talk about leaks. You're crazy.
No,
You're
I
crazy.
fight the system, man.
Let's move on to our second last press conference, which we're previewing, which is Ubisoft. They almost always have a good E3 showing. I thought last year they were one of the better software guys out there.
They'll play it safe though.
Patrick, one thing that you have been talking about that you really want to see is Splinter Cell. What
Cell.
ideally would you like? How would you like to see them bring Splinter Cell back from the dead?
I've seen a lot of people talking about how Splinter Cell should be a new character, but I think this should be Sam Fisher's last mission.
FIFA Street would be sick. Let's go.
Yeah, but I think Sam Fisher's last mission, let's go out guns blazing. It's gonna be a great
Guns
game.
blazing for
They're
Splinter
literally
Cell?
trying to go
I
again
don't
and
want guns.
emphasize.
No, but I'm
stealth.
saying guns blazing in the sense that you have
Oh,
to
okay.
make this game
Yeah.
really good. Just make it good, and it's gonna be his last mission. So that by the time we're getting into PS5, then he's retired and he's the guy on the.
He's like teaching a new kind of like operative, like kind of guy. Yeah, that would be actually pretty cool. I love Splinter Cell, so I hope it really has an appearance. I think it's been long
This should
overdue.
be
Oh, we haven't
his
even spoken
final
about
one.
Le Sony.
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Jeez.
There's going to be another leak for those who
No. For the
But-
sake of this, you looked
you
at the
ki-
leaks.
it's
I want to experience E3. I've avoided the leaks.
You know what? I'm in a good mood today, so I'm gonna let that go because
But
I
you
want to.
cheat.
I
You
want to
cheat.
talk about it's a game series that has so many leaks. It's so like.
How do we
not even-
predict if we're
Which
leaking?
one? Just say it. Just say it.
It has
Get
to
it
do
out.
with Eagles, and you know what I mean.
conference
Like
is
you do an
starting,
Eagle
boys.
dev. Anyway, we're gonna get there. The Division 2.
Oh, first thing is
Beyond
this-
Good and Evil, an update for Honor, hopefully.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones, which is the kind of naval pirate, you really don't care about that.
No,
And Starlink, which was their Toys to Life space game,
Yeah.
which they probably have to show us what they've done with that. And moving on to the final conference, which we will be covering. Unfortunately, we won't be looking at Nintendo. But Sony,
Stand by.
they have
So
made...
stand by.
Okay.
No, still, still.
Sony, I'm just looking at the stream in the corner there as well. They're gonna start with FIFA, so pause that stream. We need to get it to the TV. Sony, Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us Part 2, and Spider-Man
Just the
are
top,
going
yeah.
to be like the 4 pillars.
Yeah, definitely.
You paused it?
Cool.
Okay. So we're stopping there.
No, we're still on.
Oh, we're still on.
I'm
Are we still
watching
live?
EA. Yeah, we're still.
Oh, okay,
dude,
we're still live. We're still
these
live.
guys live
So
with
yeah,
us now.
Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us Part 2, and Spider-Man are holding up. We've been promised a deep dive by PlayStation into all these 4 games. I'll tell you what, I am so hyped for every single one of these games. Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima. I mean,
I really hope that's
Where-
like
okay.
a Tenku spiritual
exactly,
successor.
exactly.
yeah,
It would-
yeah,
and you know what? They've hinted at even doing it with OG Japanese dialogue and having
that's what I
Japanese
want.
VAs about that. So I think we might
I
also
hope
get
it's
some
good.
information on
And
that.
you know, I've always
Yakuza
been,
was
I've been
trash.
waiting so long for a proper samurai/ninja game.
Yeah.
And when I played Neo was a Dark Souls-ish kind of slash dodge kind
Like
of
a
game.
dark Onimusha.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I still really enjoyed it.
Exactly,
But I still wanted the open world. I
kind
wanna
of
be in
like,
some-
I just wanted
Yeah.
riding your horse in a rice
Yeah,
field,
and I want
that kind of
zip
thing.
line and go up a
Oh
roof.
yeah, sick.
Question, would you
poison
guys
rice
be
or
interested if it went supernatural? Because you know at the end of the trailer when he turns into like a kind of ninja-esque
As
kind
long
of
as
like
it's
figure.
So long as it's
Do
stealth.
you... Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like you have,
Because people have been
what's it,
arguing about
Dishonored,
that.
where it's stealth, but you've got powers. but I just want to find a good ninja stealth game.
Yeah.
Ever since Tenku, that itch has never been scratched.
Yeah.
Michael, talk to me about Death Stranding because I know you have been dying to see gameplay. From
Death
this game.
Stranding, you better see some gameplay. It better make sense.
I mean, if the own actor doesn't know what the hell is going on.
I'm on the side that says Kojima. Like I said, you know, the funny thing is we've had this conversation many
Don't
times.
start ranting.
don't start
Control
ranting.
yourself.
I'm
I
not
asked
ranting.
you about what you want
I'm
to
not
see from
ranting.
Death Stranding.
I'm just saying, I mentioned to these guys that sometimes if you give Kojima too
Much rope.
much rope,
Rope and sticks.
you get you get rope.
Got that.
So yeah, let's see. I'm going in neutral.
Open mind.
Let me see what he has to
No
show me.
prejudice.
Let me
against
see the
Kojima-san.
babies. Let me understand what he's trying to show me.
That's fair enough.
I'm more excited about basically seeing Last of Us 2 more, see what they have there.
That'll be good.
Because at least that's guaranteed. We know what that is. The other game, what's that game? Is it Days Gone?
Days Gone.
I'm worried
Might
about
see
that.
some Days
I
Gone.
think I'm very hyped about Days Gone because I think if you saw the Game Informer coverage they've been having for the last week, because what I think they wanted to do was get the info about Days Gone out before E3. And you look on Game Informer's page, the 1 hour intro to Days Gone, it has like 1.4 million views.
What about,
You
we
know
put
what
a
I mean?
comment
So,
here.
and that's
someone-
more than so many, like people are really interested in this game. It's just like, I don't think
A
like
good zombie game
hardcore
needs to be-
people. Yeah, it's such an easy.
And if Neil
But that's a
Druckmann
good
is
shout.
in charge of The Last of Us, then I mean, we know that they're gonna give it a bit more space.
Yeah.
Gonna give it time.
So let's move on to a couple of the third parties who we think might show up at Sony's conference, starting with Capcom with Devil May Cry 5.
Been hearing a lot of
Long
rumors.
rumored that DMC 5 is coming out, potentially exclusive to PS4/PC. We're gonna have to wait to see what happens with that. But a continuation from DMC 4. You're a pretty big Devil May Cry
Yeah,
fan.
yeah.
I am too. Are you hyped to finally see Dante and Nero come back?
Yeah, I'd wanna see them change the combat though, because now where combat is in terms of just adventure games, it's more of the camera above your right or left shoulder.
Yeah.
And it can't just follow the old school.
Yeah.
It would be
Well, that's what I
difficult-
want.
Yeah.
To be fair, I
Yeah.
think I want the camera
Maybe
zoomed a
they'll-
bit back out and just flipping everywhere.
But I
guns
mean,
keeping
you
me
think
up.
about what goes on in those sort of games. Like, I mean, 6 enemies will be jumping at you at once.
Exactly,
You
it's a
need
little bit
to see
difficult.
what's going on.
Yeah.
So Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, like they
Yeah.
have to have a bit more
Yeah.
of that.
And he's
I-
faster. He's faster than Kratos.
Kratos,
and
yeah,
all
yeah,
these other games.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
I mean, it's all about style, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not a slow.
It would be difficult
type
to
of
do.
combat.
It would be difficult to
A
do.
question for you guys: like, would you be interested? What do they need to do? Would it need to be just a story trailer or a gameplay trailer
No,
as
So
well?
long,
Story.
so long as we
story.
know
Do you
it's
think
coming,
Devil May
I'm
Cry
fine
can
with it.
do that? Is it a big enough franchise where you can actually interest the general public with just a story trailer? I think you have to come with a stylish Devil May Cry
I mean,
gameplay.
it
You know what I mean?
always will be
has had the
stylish.
cult.
Yeah.
It has had the cult following.
I don't play
for a
DMC
while.
for the story all that much, you know. Like
It's for the moves.
for the moves
When
and
Dante
like
shoots
Dante,
over his
yeah,
shoulder,
Dante with a
yeah.
rosebud like in between his teeth. You know what I mean? That's what I'm playing. If I'm not really playing, I don't give a fuck. Like he has to. Sorry, swearing live stream. Forgive me. You know, I really don't care that he
Yeah.
has to take down this evil demon and what's like.
It's a
whatever.
slim chance, but we might see it. We might see.
I mean, even
we
like
might see the
Bayonetta, the
title.
story is absolute trash, but the gameplay is
The
enough to
gameplay
carry
is
it
like
through. I mean,
what
it's
carries
one of a
it.
kind type of game. Not many
Yeah.
of them
She
do
had
it well.
guns in her heels. I didn't like it.
I mean, that's my kind of woman.
So let's just run it down. Like we shut this down quickly. Everyone says their main predictions. So for me, what's the first one?
What from Sony?
Yeah.
gonna pick
The
EA
first thing we talked about was.
Oh, the
EA.
first thing we talked
Okay, so
about
let's mention
was,
all the main. Okay, no,
okay,
just the
so-
main conferences. So for me,
Electronic Arts.
EA, I really want to see FIFA Street. That would be a good idea. Expect NBA Live for me, big one to see. For Sony, Days Gone for me is days too late. I want to see. That's not. Yeah. Oh, Last of Us. Yeah. Microsoft, those guys for me, make or break. Cyberpunk, they're gonna end everything. Like that game. That's all.
If there's gameplay.
Nintendo, not bothered. Ubisoft, not really bothered. It's just Cyberpunk for me, basically.
Yeah.
Devil May
Ubisoft
Cry,
for me,
I am
beyond
one
good
of
and
the
evil. I want to
biggest.
see how that's
Oh,
going.
I'm one of the biggest DMC fans. I'd like to see it, but I don't know. I just feel a little bit. I don't know. I'm half and half about that.
Yeah, as for me, Microsoft, I really want to see the first party stuff. Like, show me if potentially even a new studio and a new IP that you're working on. Besides that, obviously, Cyberpunk is like my holy grail of gaming. Of Bethesda, not really anything there for me, if I'm perfectly honest. Electronic Arts Anthem, I really wanted to be the Destiny killer that you guys know I pumped nearly 1,000 hours into Destiny 1. Destiny 2 is one of my biggest disappointments this gen, so I'm hoping Anthem can step in and kind of take that place. Square Enix, not really care for me anything, like there's nothing there for me. Ubisoft, Splinter Cell, naturally I have to be there. And make sure it's like not open world and whatever, like keep it linear. Sony, the 4 games, I can't even pick, like all of them. Just give me Death Stranding, give me Last of Us, give me Ghost of Tsushima, and give me Spider-Man. Actually, I don't need to see more Spider-Man. I've seen enough Spider-Man. Yeah, I've seen enough. Like, I don't want any more, I don't want to see any more. I'm good, I'm buying that game, you know. And then I think, yeah, for me, that's it. Nintendo, I don't know, surprise me, pretty much.
On my part, I mean, you've mentioned like most of the big ball busters. So on my part, when it comes to say Ubisoft, I want to see where the Division 2 is going to be based. I just hope it's not in America.
Watch Dogs 3 for me. Sorry, let me add that. Ubisoft. Watch Dogs 3. I would die. I would be so happy if we got Watch Dogs 3. Yeah.
I'd want to see where the Division 2 is gonna be. Yeah, Watch Dogs 3 would be. Pretty
Watch Dogs 3 would be so dope.
Square Enix. I know we're not getting any Final Fantasy. So
well, they'll be showing more Final Fantasy 15.
Really?
There's probably like 8 packs
Clinging
of DLC left.
Of course.
The Gold Royal Edition is coming.
I would rather see something different in Hitman 2. They'll probably show something about that. And
again, not Square Enix.
Oh yeah. Eidos. Yeah. And one more thing. I don't know. I had a dream about it. I've been thinking about old games.
Your big dream.
My big dream. I would want to see an old.
Not interested in EA. Not so interested in Bethesda. Square Enix, if they're going to show us anything, let it be release dates, let it be gameplay. Sony, of course, everything included. For Microsoft, Anthem, I think that's the only really big one. But yeah, between Cyberpunk, Last of Us, and Ghost of Tsushima.
Those 3.
If Ghost of Tsushima is what I'm hoping it will be, those are my top 3 that I want to see.
Yeah. All right, Michael, I think we wrap it up there. Alan.
Great.
Where's Patrick? He just...
Bathroom.
Bathroom, okay. Patrick went to the bathroom. So we're going to have our post, we're going to have reactions to every single main conference. All 6 conferences, we're going to have reactions to them. We're going to have our post, we're going to record them live as well, isn't it? We're not going to have those edited. There'll be live reactions.
Everything's live, bro.
Yeah, we're going to record our reactions. So come back after the end of the EA conference. We're going to start from the beginning for the cringe. We're a bit late. But so look out for that. Thanks so much to everybody who tuned in live. Thanks for all your comments and everything. Really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, DTPS.
And then it's E3 time, guys. We're looking forward to being with you all through the match.